for people who maybe can't exercise a huge amount. So they need a dog that's super chill, laid back, easy to train.
A retired greyhound is where I go. The retired greyhounds tend to come trained, socialised, and are very well looked after. These dogs can be couch potatoes. Really, really. If I was elderly, I would go for a retired greyhound. Something that you can manage. They're very sedate. Um, for an older person, a pup can be a lot to take on for an older person. Like, I mean, there's a lot to say just for housebreaking, training, the fact that they will chew your house. There's a lot to take on for an older person. I would go with something like a retired greyhound or an older dog maybe that had been used for working in some. I have a friend. He has a retired dog that was used for drug detection. So I mean, an ideal dog as well. Harder to get, but I definitely consider a retired greyhound very much so for an older person. Even the likes of the guide dogs for the blind and that, there's a certain amount of dogs that don't make it for them. And some of these dogs, the same, they come trained and socialized. And these dogs really, if you could put yourself in a position nowadays, there's such a surplus of dogs. These type of dogs really would be worth thinking about, opposed to a dog maybe that is left into the rescue and hasn't been trained or socialized. There'll be a lot more work with a dog like that than a retired greyhound or a retired working dog, compared to there'll be a lot of training will have to be done on a dog maybe that might come from the rescue that hasn't been trained or socialized, compared to one of these dogs that has been trained and socialized.
Yeah, I think the common assumption for older people would be to get a little dog. And there's nothing nicer than seeing someone elderly with a little fluffy white dog. But generally, like you were saying earlier, those little dogs can be a lot more hassle than you would think. Whereas retired greyhounds are lovely, they're docile, they don't need much exercise, they're lazy, they're well trained, and they're just generally a joy to look after.